Visit supercuts.com to hear more and find a salon near you. Rock the cut at Supercuts.
bottom half of the first inning tonight. San Diego State baseball for you on ESPN Radio 1700. A 1-2-3 inning for Bubba Derby, the sophomore right-hander. And now the Aztecs with 12th-year head coach Tony Gwynn notching his 334th career victory last night, 8-7 over the Boilermakers of Purdue in the first of a four-game series yesterday. They go in game 2 here tonight, and there is your shopaztecs.com San Diego State starting lineup. Greg Allen, the center fielder, hitting 386, will bat leadoff for San Diego State. Tim Zier, the fourth-year starter, the second baseman, hitting 368, will bat in the number 2 spot. Ty France, club's leading hitter, who actually raised his average with a 2-for-3 performance, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored yesterday, hitting 460 on the year, leading the Mountain West Conference in the crown categories. Being the number 3 spot tonight for the Aztecs. That one misses outside to Allen, 1 ball and no strikes. Sebi Zavala, the left fielder, hitting 324, bats in the number 4 spot. Allen with the ground ball here toward first base, bobbled once by Kyle Wood, but they'll flip on the covering pitcher, Gavin Downs, and that is out number 1, so Allen is retired. Spencer Thornton draws the starting right field. He's hitting 227 on the year, has a team high 9 walks for the Aztecs at the number 5 spot. Andrew Brown, freshman at first baseman, hitting 6th. Brad Hanel, the Aztec catcher, hitting 7th. Tyler Atkinson is our DH tonight. Freshman out of Modern Day for San Diego State, at 8th. And Evan Potter, the shortstop, hitting 9th for the Aztecs. Zier showed bunt, pulled it back into a strike. 0-1. So it's Allen, Zier, and France 1-2-3. Zavala, Thornton, and Brown 4-5-6. Hanel, Atkinson, and Potter 7-8-9. As Zier fouls that one back to the net, right side, 0-2. The Aztecs have been without the services now of junior starting first baseman Ryan Muno for a couple of weeks as a breaking ball misses outside from Downs 1-2. Suffered a concussion in the final game against St. Mary's 2 weeks ago. And with the 1-2 on the way, Zier lifts that one to right field. Hudnall battling the sun. He dropped one yesterday, and the sun makes the catch here. We're out number 2 to retire Zier. There was some early progress. In fact, the first lineup that was filled out today had Ryan Muno in it for the Aztecs as the DH, which would have been a huge boost to this already very potent lineup. You get their starting first baseman, their opening day number 3 hitter back as the DH, but eventually the Aztecs decided that caution was the better way, and so Atkins is the DH tonight. Here, Ty France lays down a bunt for the Aztecs, and he'll be thrown out at first base. So the Triple Crown leader of the Mountain West is retired on the bunt attempt, but we are scoreless after the first inning of play to the top of the second. Still no score. Purdue, San Diego State tonight from Tony Gwynn Stadium. Deerfield Sports, ESPN Radio 1700. Baseball tonight from Tony Gwynn Stadium in San Diego. We go to the top of the second and scoreless first. Each team retired in order by their sophomore right-hander competition of a derby from San Diego State. And Gavin Downs for the Purdue Boilermakers visiting from Indiana for the Big Ten Conference. And derby starts off Connor Hudnall, the right fielder, with the strike, swinging 0-1. Hudnall, Johnson, up. For Purdue, another swing and a miss. Hudnall quickly behind, 0-2. Defensively for San Diego State today, Bubba Derby and Brad Hanel are your starting battery. Hanel yesterday got himself a double. He was 1 for 4 for the Aztecs. Fouled back. Hanel took that one off the mask. 0-2. Ty France over at third. Evan Potter at short. Tim Zier at second. Andrew Brown at first. Sebi Zavala, Greg Allen, and tonight Spencer Thornton. The outfield for the Aztecs, left and right. Up high, 1 and 2 from Derby. As we mentioned before the break, the Aztecs were optimistic about getting Brian Muno back after 2 weeks out with concussion, but they decided to err on the side of caution and keep him out for at least one more game. He was slated to be the DH tonight and start to ease his way back into the lineup, but decided to wait at least one more. And so Tyler Atkinson is the DH. Andrew Brown remains at first base. Spencer Thornton in right field. The Aztecs, the 2-2 for Derby, swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the ball game for Bubba Derby. And he set down the first 4 in order. The first of the second inning goes as now. Here is the San Diego native Kyle Johnson and Torrey Pines. The 6'5", 210-pound sophomore launched a 2-run home run to left field. The 9th inning of yesterday's game against Michael Cedoroff. Now takes a shot to left again. This time Zavala will range in and grab it on the line drive out, so Johnson is retired. We're at number 2, but there are 4 San Diegans in the lineup, or on the roster, I should say, for Purdue. 2 of them in the lineup. Michael Mullen, who led off the game for Purdue, is Torrey Pines grad, as is Kyle Johnson, who just gone to the left. Both of them former Falcons for Purdue. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike against Kyle Hupp, the left fielder. 0-1 from Bubba Derby. Hayden Grant is out of Cathedral Catholic, freshman on the roster. And from Escondido, Jordan Lewis, a freshman former Cooper as well. No one misses from Derby, 1-1. So a pair of Torrey Pines Falcons in the starting lineup tonight for the Boilermakers. And it's Bubba Derby. The 1-1 on the way is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mullen didn't play yesterday. Cody Strong started second. But as we mentioned, Johnson did with 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. The Aztecs still prevailed, 8-7. And Cedoroff still picked up his 7th save of the season to lead the Mountain West Conference. Last year, it was Bubba Derby in the closer's role. He had 10 saves, which at the college level is very, very good. 3-1 on the way is a foul ball back to the net. Full count now, 3-2. 10 saves, true freshman, a 4-3 record as well. So 4 wins and 10 saves for Bubba Derby in his freshman campaign at LaSalle High School. And Monrovia, here is the payoff pitch once more, and drops in, called third strike. The first 6 down in order against Derby. And 3 strikeouts along the way. 6 up and 6 down through 2 to the bottom half of the second, and the Aztecs coming to bat tonight from Learfield Sports on ESPN Radio 1700. the bottom half of the second inning tonight. We're still scoreless. San Diego State and Purdue. Bubba Derby has set down the first 6 in order that he has faced. And Gavin Downs, the sophomore righty for Purdue, has set down the first 3 Aztecs in order that he faced. So he will see Sevi Zavala, Spencer Thornton, and Andrew Brown, the 4, 5, and 6 batters in this second inning. And there's a called strike. Fastball to Zavala, 0-1. Jack running back with you at Tony Gwynn Stadium. The Aztecs this year, after a called strike on Zavala, makes it 0-2. Are 13-4 overall. It's the best start for Tony Gwynn in his 12 seasons. They are 7-2 at home. Tony Gwynn Stadium, 6-2 on the road. Gotten off to a 4-2 start, 3rd place so far in the Mountain West Conference. They will head to Wilson Stadium in Las Vegas this weekend. 1-2 is fouled off on the left side. Mains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Zavala. Fortunately, the Aztec men's basketball team, after making the conference final and the tournament championship game, winning the regular season title, fell to New Mexico just moments before we came on the air today with Aztec baseball. A remarkable regular season for San Diego State, the number 8 team in the nation. And now tomorrow on campus, they will open up Viejas Arena for Selection Sunday. Outside low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That will start at 3 o'clock. Aztec baseball gets going at 1 o'clock against tomorrow. The 2-2 to Zavala swung on a miss. So, pitcher having their way in the early portions of this game, and scoreless to the bottom of the second and 1 away for Spencer Thornton, the right fielder. So if you're heading over to campus for the 3 o'clock Selection Sunday ceremonies, launch it with the Aztec team at Viejas Arena. Come by and catch baseball early at 1 o'clock. Here's a called strike on Thornton, 0-1. San Diego State will host Purdue, not only in the traditional 3-game series, but they added on a game on Monday. Ground ball toward first base. Kyle Wood knocks it down and will tap the bag, and that is out number 2. Here's Andrew Brown. They've also tacked on that Monday night game, so it's a 4-game series. It's really a nice test for a team to run out 4 starters, man. Many teams don't have 4 true frontline starting pitchers in college baseball. The Aztecs certainly do. Here's a ground ball. It gets through for a base hit for Andrew Brown. The game's first hit either side. And the freshman, with his 8th hit of his career, is on with a 2-out knock. And in this scoreless game, Brad Hagel will stand in, the Aztec catcher. 2 away and a runner on first. So it looks like the Aztecs will have the reigning Mountain West Conference Pitcher of the Week, Mark Seiler, go tomorrow with a 1 o'clock game. Hagel fouls it back. Seiler coming off the 8 scoreless against Nevada last weekend. And then have TJ Kenzora, who's 2-0 with a 1.06 ERA, usually their Tuesday starter go on Monday. San Diego State against Purdue. So, rotation really sets up nicely for the Aztecs in this 4-game series. Breaking ball, line towards second, over the head of a leaping mullet into right field. A single for Brad Hagel that will send Brown to third. The Aztecs have runners on the corners and 2 away. Hagel with a double yesterday. Came into yesterday's ball game, 2 for his last 33. 1 for 4 yesterday with a double. Now is 1 for 1 in this ball game with a single. But that was a well-hit, sharp single, line drive over the head of the second baseman. And the Aztecs hope they can really get their veteran catcher going, their 4th-year junior catcher going offensively. And it's a very good sign. It's a well-hit ball. As with the double yesterday down the left field line. So this is outside to Tyler Atkinson now, the designated hitter tonight. Atkinson at 5'11", 190, the true freshman out of Culver City, the modern-day Monarch. Standing and hitting .286 on the year. And the number 8 spot in the order. 2 on, 2 out. Runners in the corner for the 1-0 pitch. In for a strike. 1-1. As we set off the top, Ryan Muno was almost reactivated off the concussion 2 weeks ago. They held him back one more time. With Brown filling in so nicely at first base, the freshman, putting Muno in, only strengthens the lineup for the Aztecs. But luckily, even in his absence, the Aztecs have hit .307 as a team and lead the Mountain West Conference in nearly every offensive category. Needed an average slugging, on base, runs scored, home runs. But a lot of that without Muno. There's a strike. Atkinson could not check his swing 2-2. So Muno may even be back as soon as tomorrow in the Sunday afternoon contest for the Aztecs. And they'll probably ease him in as the DH. Atkinson tonight, his first at-bat, the freshman, and it's a 2-2 counts. Here he takes inside to run the count full, 3-2. Evan Potter, the number 9 batter, the shortstop, waiting next for the Aztecs. Potter went 1 for 3 yesterday, scored twice. His best offensive season at .246 on the year. Payoff pitch to Atkinson, a ground ball chopper foul. The third base coaching box. Hitting coach Mark Martinez is there in his 9th season as the assistant to Tony Gwynn and the lead assistant on this roster for the Aztecs. This is Coach Gwynn's 12th year. 334 victories, 2 NCAA tournament appearances, up high, ball 4. And a walk to Atkinson loads the bases for Evan Potter. After the first 5 Aztecs were set down in order, the next 3 reached base. And now Evan Potter will bat with the bases loaded. He's already driven in 4 this year, 15 hits for Potter in his senior campaign. 4-year starter out of Grossmont High. And he takes one inside low from Gavin down to the sophomore right-hander 1-0. Potter known for his great defense. Already hitting .246 this year. And a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Went 1 through 3 yesterday. 1-1 count with bases loaded, 2 away. Bottom half of the second inning. And a fastball outside. We're still scoreless. Bubba Derby, 6 for 6, retiring the side each. The first and second in order, and it looked like Gavin Downs on his way to do the same thing. So he was able to get a little rally in the 2-1 pitch, and it's popped up. Shallow right field. Ball in. And on the outfield grass, he'll make the grab. So the Aztecs will leave the bases loaded. As we head to the top half of the third, we are still scoreless tonight. San Diego State and Purdue. From Tony Gwynn Stadium, Learfield Sports and ESPN Radio 1700. Top half of the third inning tonight from Tony Gwynn Stadium out on the Mesa. Aztec baseball on ESPN Radio 1700. Jack Ronan with you. Scoreless. San Diego State welcoming Purdue to town for a 4-game series. Boilermakers and Aztecs matched up last night. San Diego State won it 8-7. The Aztecs off to a 13-4 start. Purdue just 1-11 this season. They have yet to play a home game. They were swept by a couple of SEC teams, two ranked opponents, the top 11 in the country, beat by the Aztecs last night. Bubba Derby, who has sent down the first 6 in order, begins Jack Picchiotti, the DH, off the strike swinging. Oh, now Derby comes right back at him. Swing and miss again. 0-2. King that inside changeup. Goes 0-2. Aztecs left the bases loaded in their half of the second. Fastball outside 1-2. 3 on, all trying to do put together that 2-out rally. Didn't happen. Now it's a scoreless tie to the top of the third. That one off the end of the batted foul at home plate. Hale tried to grab it in fair territory when it ruled foul by our home plate umpire, the veteran Will Van Raphorst. Asa Howard is at third base. He was behind the plate last night. Jeff Maxey is over at first base. Umpires. The 1-2 from Derby, swung on and missed, strike 3. Fourth strikeout of the ball game already for Bubba Derby. The first 7 are down in order. And now Steve Maniago, the third baseman, stand in. 1 for 4 last night with a run scored. Left-handed batter faced the sophomore right-hander Derby. Popped him up back behind home plate. This is going to go to the netting that covers the fans right behind home plate. So it will be strike 1. 0-1 with 1 away. Aztec Baseball brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Economical and sporty to roomy and luxurious. It's Toyota's most exciting lineup of quality cars ever. Great deal now at your San Diego County Toyota dealers. We've got the case. The 0-1 up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 away in this top half of the third. Scoreless game so far tonight. A 1-1. And foul back toward the softball complex. A lot of games going on tonight. Harvard in town facing off against San Diego State. It hasn't started just yet. Aztec softball team, Kathy Van White charges. About to get going. Inside, just missing from Derby, 2-2. Brandon Craig waiting next, the shortstop, the number 9 batter for Purdue. And the 2-2 pitch is a shot to right field, a base hit. So right on through the right side of the infield. And Maniago has the first hit of the ball game for Boilermakers. A 1-out base knock here in the top half of the third. And now Brandon Craig will stand into the scoreless tie. I do want to tell you throughout the course of our broadcast, the California Bacon Trust Student Athlete of the Week this week, it is men's basketball player Matt Shrigley out of Constant Canyon High School, redshirt freshman. Yeah, this is coming off last week's wins, including the one at UNLV, where San Diego State and the Essex beat the Rebels again yesterday. Then fell today to New Mexico in the conference championship game. So San Diego State becomes the regular season champions, New Mexico the conference tournament champions. We got a bid, and now tomorrow is Selection Sunday for San Diego State to find out where they go. Derby, for the third time, checks on Maniago over at first base. Leads the team with 2 stolen bases on the year. He got third of the Purdue stolen bases. Put away. Derby to the plate, and a breaking ball in for a strike. 0-1 on the outside. So Matt Shrigley is our California Bacon Trust Student Athlete of the Week. Tomorrow, Selection Sunday is open public here on campus at the Ahaus Arena at 3 o'clock. Aztec Baseball at 1 o'clock. Tony Gwynn Stadium against Purdue. He throws again to first base, very near. Pickoff, grounding like it. Goes back in safely. Craig is behind 0-1. Maniago's got a pretty decent lead going at first base. Derby will again throw. Andrew Brown holding him on at first base. 0-1 remains the count. So the Aztecs will see where they play tomorrow, where and when they play. Tomorrow, during Selection Sunday, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball outside, throw down by Brad Hanel at first base. Not in time. To get Maniago 1-1 the count. They'll play either Thursday or Friday, depending upon where they get sent, which region they are into. And currently carried on our sister station, the Mighty 1090. Again, the throw by Derby over first base at 1-1. We'll have baseball for you right here on ESPN Radio 1700 beginning tomorrow, 12:45, and then again Monday night, 5:45. Wrap up the 4-game series. Derby the 1-1. It's a pitch out. The runner wasn't going. And goes to 2-1. Maniago in Purdue was not very aggressive with the bases yesterday, and Maniago seems to be one of their only threat, statistically speaking. A fly ball down the right field line, racing over is Thornton toward foul territory. Thornton with a slide, but he can't get to it. It's up against the fence in right field. Count goes to 2-2. One out. 2-2 on Craig. Now Derby comes set once more. Scoreless tie. Runner on first, one away. Top half of the third. Again, they'll check on that runner. Nothing doing at 2-2. The Aztecs off to this great 13-4 start on the year. Derby comes home as a called third strike outside corner. 5 strikeouts for Bubba Derby. And now there are 2 away with the runner on first for Michael Mullen, the Torrey Pines grad. Sophomore at 5'11", 170. Going to draw his first start of the year. Already grounded out to first base to begin the ball game against Derby. Bats with the runner on first. They continue to pay a very large amount of attention to Steve Maniago, the leader in stolen bases for the Boilermakers over at first base. Mullen and Kyle Johnson in the lineup out of Torrey Pines High School. The sophomores, I'm sure know many of the players in the Aztec roster very, very well. There are a couple of freshmen, Hayden Grant and Jordan Lewis on the roster, 2 from San Diego. Here's the first pitch to Mullen. It's high inside. 1-0 from Derby. Aztecs with the bases loaded in the second. Couldn't push a run across, so we remain scoreless. Here in the top half of the third. 2-out base runner for the Boilermakers now. And a fly ball to left field. Shallow left, Zavala coming in. And he'll make the catch. So the single does no damage. Derby has faced just 1 over the minimum through 3. We go to the bottom half of that third inning. San Diego State coming to bat. This scoreless tie. Coming right back. Clearfield Sport. This is ESPN Radio 1700. Bottom half of the third inning tonight from Tony Gwynn Stadium as the Aztecs play host to the Purdue Boilermakers. Second to last non-conference weekend series for SDSU. They also have one scheduled with UC Irvine later in the year, but they go right back to conference play coming up next weekend in Las Vegas at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless tonight, and Greg Allen, top of the Aztec order, will take a look outside from sophomore right-hander Gavin Downs. 1 ball and no strikes. Allen now takes one low, 2-0 on the SDSU leadoff hitter. So they go to Vegas next weekend, then come back home. 5 straight. 2-0 is taken outside. 3 balls and no strikes. 5 straight against Santa Clara for 2 midweek games, and then 3 conference series games against Fresno State. 3-0 makes it 3-1 strike. March 28th, 29th, and 30th. We'll have the 2 Santa Clara games, and then the first 2 against Fresno State for you. Live right here on ESPN Radio 1700. Ground ball towards short. Gray across the diamond, and a wide throw means Greg Allen is safe at first base. So an E6 puts Greg Allen at first base. The Aztecs left them loaded in the bottom of the second. Now have a leadoff man aboard via an error. Uncharacteristic 4 errors yesterday for San Diego State. You heard Tony Gwynn talking about it. An ugly victory is what Coach Gwynn called it, but victory nonetheless for the Aztecs. Really battled. Cody Thompson got the win yesterday, two-thirds scoreless relief. As Tim Zier takes inside, 1 ball and no strikes. But with the 4 errors yesterday, it's Purdue that's committed the first error today, and it's allowed Allen to reach base safely. Now, Allen is the Aztecs' best base stealer, simply because he's the Aztecs' fastest player. Time is called. Allen's looking for a new set of signs from Mark Martinez, the Aztec third base coach. Allen is the fastest player on the Aztec roster, so leads them in steals with 4 on the season. Not a big lead. They'll check on him at first base. Zier is ahead already 1-0 as he stands in to face Gavin Downs. To the plate, to the ground ball towards short. Craig bobbles it once. He'll go to second base just to get the 1 out. So there won't be an error, but that's a ground ball that could have been 2. The Aztecs catch another break. Zier is safe on the fielder's choice. Game won't be an error. We can make our own assumptions about the potential of a double play. The lead runner erased. Zier on board at first. And now Ty France will bat for the Aztecs. Getting .453 on the year, leading the Mountain West Conference in the Triple Crown categories. .453 average. 4 home runs, 23 RBI. Now he swings away and launches it foul. Line drive. Third base line. 1-1. France, an OPS of over 1,300 on the season. Leads the team in every offensive category. With 1 away and 0 on board at first, he waits. The 1-1 counts up high. 2-1 on France in this scoreless game. Bottom half of the third inning tonight. Zavala and Thornton to follow for the Aztecs. 2-1 with 1 away and the runner on first base. Zier. As France takes a called strike at the inside corner, 2-2. And a shot to center field on the 2-2 pitch, right into the glove of Kyle Johnson. France put a charge into it. A line drive out to center field. But Sebi Zavala at the plate with 2 away and still Tim Zier at first base. Aztec Baseball brought to you by Collins Family Jewelers. Over 35 years, San Diego's a trusted family-owned and run Collins Family Jewelers. An Aztec alumni business. Collins Family Jewelers welcoming all Aztecs to stop by Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 6 in the Mira Mesa Mall. Here's Zavala, lifting that one to right field, and Connor Hudnall will make the grab. So, a pair of base runners for the Aztecs, but no damage done. We're scoreless through 3 full. The top half of the fourth, and Purdue go right back to bat. Tonight from Learfield Sports on ESPN Radio, 1700. Scoreless start, the top half of the fourth inning tonight on ESPN Radio 1700. Aztec Baseball brought to you by ShopAztecs.com, a service of the SDSU bookstore and a proud supporter of Aztec Athletics. Well, San Diego State and Purdue scoreless to the top half of the fourth inning as Bubba Derby, sophomore right-hander for the Aztecs, begins his fourth inning work, delivering outside 1-0 to Sean McHugh, the catcher. For the Boilermakers, the second leading hitter of the team, 261 on the year. The 1-0, and in for a strike, 1-1. Derby has allowed just a base hit the first time through the order. Based one over the minimum, and goes against McHugh, Wood, and Hudnall, the 2, 3, and 4 batters. This top of the fourth inning, a swing and a miss. 1-2, Derby has already struck out 5 of his first 3 innings of work. Season that gives him 22 strikeouts in 24 innings. The 1-2 and a ground ball right back to the mound, snared by Bubba Derby. He'll flip on to first, and that is out number 1. So McHugh retired. Here's Kyle Wood, the leading hitter of the Boilermakers, 279 batter on the year. He's 0 for 1. Yesterday went 1 for 4. Flew out to center field his first time up tonight. Here he swings away and misses. 0-1 against Derby. Hudnall and Johnson to follow. Aztecs scoreless game right now. His second of the 4-game series against Purdue, the 0-1. Swing and a miss again. Good diving fastball from Derby. 0-2. Wood, left-handed hitting first baseman, the 0-2 pitch, way outside with the fastball. 1-2. 6', 220-pounder out of Illinois. And the 1-2 from Derby on the way, up high with breaking ball. 2-2. The sun has completely set behind us, behind the third base stands. A gorgeous night. The 2-2 home. It'll hit the outside corner. And Wood is retired. Out number 2 in the fourth and the 6th. Strikeout of the ball game for Bubba Derby here in the fourth inning. Here's Connor Hudnall, the right fielder. He struck out his first time up. And Derby starts him off with breaking ball high, 1-0. We had temperatures in the high 80s today, and maybe even warmer tomorrow. If so, we could see some good offense tomorrow, depending on how each starting pitcher does. The 1-0. Fly ball on the left field line, giving Chase Potter, the shortstop, in foul territory to make the grab. It's a 1-2-3 inning again for Bubba Derby. And San Diego State will come to bat still scoreless in this fourth inning of play. We go to the bottom of the fourth next from Clearfield Sports. This is ESPN Radio 1700. Score is tied to the bottom half of the fourth inning tonight. San Diego State and Purdue on ESPN Radio 1700. Spencer Thornton leading off the inning for the Aztecs. The right fielder takes one low and outside, 1-0. And Kevin Downs delivers that one. A shot toward first. Knocked down by Kyle Wood. He'll throw to first base, and Downs, who was covering in time, couldn't hang on to it. So Thornton is safe at first base. Hustled to race down the line by Spencer Thornton. So he's on the board to begin the fourth inning of play. And Andrew Brown will now stand in. The Aztec first baseman notched a single his first time up. They will rule that Thornton play an infield single, not a bad call. So the Aztecs have their third hit of the night. And here is Brown, runner on first, Thornton. It's Gavin Downs, the sophomore right-hander. He'll check on first base. Aztec Baseball brought to you tonight by Pepsi. Now is what you make it. It's happening all around you. Grab a Pepsi and some friends, and out there and live it. It's time to live for now. Pepsi, bringing you Aztec Baseball. One away. The first delivery to Brown is down low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're still scoreless. This bottom half of the fourth inning. Aztecs left the bases loaded in the second. Got 2 men on in the third, but couldn't do anything. Runner goes, shot back up the middle, and snared at second base by Mullen, who will throw to first to get the double play. But they'll rule Thornton safe on a balk. So after all of that, a balk is issued. What a break for the Aztecs. It would have been a double play on the line drive out for Brown. Instead, Thornton awarded second base on the balk. Now Brown stands in, 1-0. And he fouls that one back 1-1. Nobody out. And a huge break for the Aztecs in this bottom half of the fourth inning. Balk. Now a 1-1 count on Andrew Brown. Thornton at second base. Brown swings away and misses. 1-2. Scoreless tie. Bottom of the fourth. The Aztecs, though, again threatening, as they have in each of the first couple of frames. Outside low makes it 2-2 on Brown. Brad Hamel, Tyler Atkinson to follow for the Aztecs. 13-4 start. 4-game series against Purdue, then right back to conference play. Already taken series from San Jose State and Nevada. Here, a swing and a miss. And Brown is retired for out number 1. There is Brad Hanel, the Aztec catcher. The Aztecs with conference series victories against San Jose State and Nevada. Each of the series they dropped the opener. Then came back to win the final 2, and they're now 2, third place in the Mountain West. Brad Hanel standing in, and a ground ball toward third that's foul. Sharply hits just wide of the bag at third. 0-1. Hanel singled his first time up. It was a sharp single to right. He had a double in the left field line yesterday. 1 with 1 away. Tyler Atkinson, Evan Potter to follow. Scoreless tie. And the 0 was a chopper toward third again, but again foul. Mark Martinez, nice grab. The Aztec coaching box. 0-2 on Hanel. Check back at second. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. So back-to-back strikeouts for Gavin Downs after the walk gave, at the time, what could have been new life to the Aztecs in the inning. But Downs has gotten the next 2 via the strikeout. So here is Atkinson. Aztec DH walked his first time on. Still has a runner in scoring position. Thornton waiting there. The first delivery to Atkinson is inside with the fastball, 1-0. They're waiting next. 2 outs. 1-0. And that one will be a base hit into the gap in right center field and more. In to score is Spencer Thornton. And on to second base with a sliding RBI double is Tyler Atkinson. The Aztecs have struck first here in the 4th inning. And they lead it 1-0 on the RBI double for Tyler Atkinson. Nice piece of hitting into the gap in right center field. Sliding RBI double for Atkinson. Head first dive into second base. Potter now takes low and outside. 1 ball and strikes in the sequel from Rosemont High. For your starter. Much of that at shortstop, almost all of it at shortstop. For San Diego State. Potter flew out to second base his last time up. Here he grounds that one through on the left side for a base hit. Then a wave. Atkinson around. Here comes the throw. A high throw in, and the slide. He is safe at home. An RBI signal for Evan Potter, because Atkinson beats the throw home from left and gives the Aztecs a 2-0 lead here in the 4th. Potter got to second base after the throw came in home. So it's a 2-0 San Diego State lead. RBI knocks for Atkinson and Potter, the numbers 8 and 9 batters. After Thornton got off with a single, he advanced to second on the block and then came home to score. Here's a strike on Greg Allen, top of the Aztec. But Atkinson, off his RBI double, scored on the Potter single. Good aggressive move, by the way, for Mark Martinez, the Aztec third base coach, to get that second run home. The 0-1, a ground ball towards second. Mullen up with it, a throw to first, and it's in time. Get Allen. So it ends the inning with the Aztecs strike. First time tonight we've had anybody cross home plate. It's a 2-0 lead for San Diego State on RBI knocks for Atkinson and Potter. 2-0 Aztecs to the top of the 5th tonight from Learfield Sports. This is CSBN Radio 1700. Aztec baseball tonight from Tony Gwynn Stadium. San Diego State on top of Purdue. 2-0 as we go to the top half of the fifth. ESPN Radio 1700 out on the Mesa tonight. Jack Cronin with you. Our producer is Taylor Wyman of the Aztecs. The 2-0 lead for Bubba Derby, the sophomore right-hander. Delivers home a called strike in there against Kyle Johnson, the Torrey Pines grad. 0-1 on the Boilermaker center field to begin this top half of the fifth inning. Derby with the 0-1, and it's outside with a fastball. 1-1. Has struck out 6 over the first 4 innings. He has allowed just 1 base runner. There's a 1-out hit, a single for Steve Maniago. Swing and a miss by Johnson, 1-2 in the 3rd inning. That has been it. 1 over the minimum for Bubba Derby, just the 3rd inning single for Maniago. Derby with now a 2-0 lead, thanks to Tyler Atkinson and Evan Potter during the last frame. Slow roller, ground ball towards short. Potter up to glove and hurry the throw, but loses the handle, and so that should be an infield single, and it is. So Kyle Johnston down to first base. Really a slow roller. Potter had to really hurry it, and he lost the handle on the glove throw transition. So an infield single. Just the second base runner against Bubba Derby and the Aztecs. Here's Kyle up. Since Carpet Barn's been San Diego's floor numbering leader for over 50 years. Highest quality, lowest prices, and immediate installation on all types of flooring. Since Carpet Barn has you covered. Called strike. 0-1 on up. And a reminder for you that anytime you come to Aztec football, basketball, or baseball, the ticket you have to those games, on the back of it is a special offer. You receive $200 off any of your flooring needs at Sid's Carpet Barn. So football, basketball, baseball, the back of your ticket, Sid's Carpet Barn has a $200 coupon on the back of those tickets. 1-1 on up. 1 ball and 1 strike. An errand in softball come fouled back over toward the baseball stadium. SDSU softball complex, but the netting that's up to protect the fans right behind the plate, no damage was done. Anal throws down to first base. Back in time is Johnson. A 2-1 count. $200 off. Leave your flooring needs at Sid's Carpet Barn. The back of your Aztec football, basketball, and baseball tickets. 2-1 count. Derby to the plate, and a shot toward the gap in left center field. This one will get down, and looks like extra bases. It'll reach the wall in left center, and they're going to hold the runner Johnson at third on the double by Kyle Up. So after allowing just 1 base runner for the first 4 innings, the first 2 reach base against Derby here in the 5th. And Jack Picchiotti, the designated hitter, will stand in. Face off against Derby. San Diego State with a 2-0 lead, but the tying runs are on base now and both in scoring position for the Boilermakers. With nobody out at this top of the 5th, here's Derby to the plate, swing and a miss. Oh, and 1. Picchiotti struck out his last time up against Derby. The 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Two on, nobody out. Runners second and third. Derby comes home with a 1-1, swing and a miss again. 1-2. Maniago, who had the first of the now 3 Purdue hits, is on deck. Nobody out. Here's the 1-2 from Derby, and a ground ball foul on the first base side. Aztec defense not playing in there are back at normal depth with nobody out in this inning. Runners second and third. Single for Johnson, a double for Up. And the 1-2. A ground ball to the right side. Zier there, but nobody's covering first. He flips on to Brown, who makes the tag at first base. Brown dove for it, picked himself up, got back to get the first out, and on the ground out. Johnson scores to make it 2-1 in favor of the Aztecs. On to third base goes Kyle Up. Now one away on the RBI groundouts for Picchiotti, and now Maniago, the third baseman, will get it. 1 out. The infield will now come in for the Aztecs. Everybody plays on the grass. France, Potter, Zier, and Brown. There's a called strike. 0-1 to Maniago. And third base is Kyle Up, left fielder. 1-1 with 1 away. Derby coming home, fastball inside. 1-1. Derby has struck out 6. Red was first trouble of any kind. This is still at the moment minor trouble, but first trouble of any kind in this game in the 5th inning. It's a 2-1 San Diego State lead now. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2 on Maniago. There it is, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, ball in the dirt. Hano will look the runner back at third, then throw to first to complete the strikeout. Big second out of the inning. And that's the 7th strikeout of the ballgame for Bubba Derby. 2 away. Infield can move back. No threat of the sac fly. And Brandon Craig will get in, the number 9 batter. Face off against Derby. He struck out, one of the 7 strikeout victims for Bubba Derby tonight. Just 4 2/3, 7 Ks. And ground ball towards short, off the mound once. Above the bag at second is Potter. His throw is wild, and down the line, in safely to score the tying run is Kyle Up. And safely on the E6 is Craig to first base. So we are tied at 2 now. Wynn commenting on the 4 errors during our pregame interview today on last night's game, the 4 errors. It's the first one charged to the Aztecs today. Each team now with an error in the ball game. Potter was above the bag at second. Wide throw at first base allowed the run to score. Tied us up at 2 apiece and extended the inning with Brandon Craig at first base. At the top of the order, Michael Mullen, the Torrey Pines grad, at the plate. There were 2 former Falcons in the lineup today. Mullen fouls it back. 0-1. Cue the catcher waiting next. Derby throws to first. 1 with 2 away. Aztec Baseball brought to you by Toyota. Economical and sporty to roomy and luxurious. Toyota's got their most exciting lineup of quality cars ever right now at your San Diego County Toyota dealers to bring out what it takes. 0-1 with 2 away. Runner on first. And a ground ball foul back behind the plate. 0-2 on Michael Mullen, the second baseman. Sean McHugh, Kyle Wood waiting next. Hunter Hudnall behind them. All 3 are 0 for 2, just like Mullen at the plate. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, and that is going to do it for the 5th inning. 8 strikeouts overall for Bubba Derby. But the Boilermakers, even the game at 2 apiece, were tied at 2, heading to the bottom half of the 5th inning when we return. Tonight from Clearfield Sports, this is ESPN Radio 1700. Pitching change here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nobody out, and the Aztecs have the bases loaded. San Diego State has scored on a 3 RBI triple for Spencer Thornton and an RBI hit batsman for Tyler Atkinson, who's now driven in 2. So they have chased Gavin Downs, the sophomore right-hander, from the game, and enter the junior right-hander Joe Eichmann out of Libertyville, Illinois. As Evan Potter, the Aztecs' number 9 batter, will stand in, and again, bases are loaded, and again, nobody is out here in the inning. As Eichmann comes on in relief of Downs. Junior right-hander to face Potter with the bases loaded. Here's the first pitch. Outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Eichmann with his 8th appearance of the season. That'll be 2nd best on the team. Michael Lutz threw yesterday his 10th appearance, but he allowed 4 runs. That one outside. 2-0 on Potter. Eichmann with a 5.14 ERA. This is his 8th appearance. 5.14 ERA. The 2-0. In for a strike against Potter. 2-1. Gavin Downs has allowed 6 runs already. The Aztecs with a 6-2 lead over Purdue. And he's still responsible for the base runners, all 3 of them. They're allowing 9 hits to the Aztecs, hitting 2 batters in this inning alone. Under 2-1. In for a strike, 2-2. Three strikeouts for Downs, only 1 walk, but 9 hits allowed, 2 big batsmen. Big inning now, the Aztecs across 4, up high with a fastball. Full count on Evan Potter, 3-2, nobody up, bases loaded for the Aztecs, who will lead it 6-2. Greg Allen on the top of the order, waiting next. Payoff pitch on the way, called 3rd strike. And Potter is retired for out number 1. So now Allen will stand in. 0 for 3 so far. Allen reached on an error in the 3rd. .370 on the year. Bases loaded, 1 away. The Aztecs have now batted around in this inning. Allen takes one outside with the fastball, 1-0. He is the 9th batter to come to the plate in this frame for San Diego State, a 6-2 Aztec lead. And there's a strike, 1-1. This ball that drops in. Over at third base, Brown was hit by a pitch. At second base, Hanel was hit. Atkinson was hit by a pitch at first. 1 away. Here's the 1-1. Breaking the ball down low, 2-1. Tim Zier led off the inning with a single. Strong shot up the middle. Eventually would score the first of the 4 runs in the frame, and he is in the on-deck circle. 2-1 to Allen, high and outside, 3 balls, 1 strike, bases loaded. Bill Eichmann in relief. Gavin Downs, the Aztecs. On the other side of the ledger, at Bubba Derby going pretty well. The career high 8 strikeouts through 5 innings on the other side. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's ball 4. And so the Aztecs have scored again. This time, the bases loaded walk plates a run. Brown scores. Allen goes down to first. And here is Tim Zier, who led off the frame with a single. Seven to 2, San Diego State. Fastball outside, 1-0. Zier waits. Bases loaded. A foul ball back off the right side, 1-1. Seven and 2, San Diego State. Bases loaded, one away. Here in the bottom of the fifth, the 1-1 to Zier. Drops it low, breaking ball, 2-1. And now Zier on the 2-1 pitch, flies out another right field line. It's going to go foul on top of cages down the right field line. 2-2 on the Aztec second baseman. His second at bat of the inning. It's 7-2. Just like yesterday, the Aztecs put up 5 runs in the seventh. They put up 5 now in the fifth. Big inning, the undoing for Purdue. 2-2, lift into deep center field. Johnson is there. He'll make the catch. Tagging from third and scoring is Brad Hanel. And the Aztecs now lead it 8-2. The sac fly for Tim Zier. That's 8-2, San Diego State. Runners now first and second. As Ty France gets his second at-bat in the inning, he reached an error and scored. 2 away. Allen remains at first. Atkinson remains at second base for the Aztecs. 2 away. Here's the 1-0 to France. Down low, 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0. Ground ball right back up the middle. That one will be cut off by Craig, the shortstop, but no play. Racing around third and coming home to score is Atkinson as the throw comes in high. With 2 outs, Atkinson on the hustle play ends up scoring again for San Diego State to make it 9-2. 7 runs in. And this one will be an RBI infield single for Ty France. As Sebi Zavala stands in 9-2. 2 away, runners first and second. And Zavala lifts that one deep to right field. Hudnall ranging back to the warning track. He'll make the grab. It'll end the threat. But San Diego State puts up 7 runs, sending 12 men to the plate, leading it now 9-2. As we go to the top half of the 6th inning tonight. Learfield Sports, SDSU Radio 1700. Aztec baseball to the top half of the 6th inning tonight. How about a 7-run inning? That's right, the Aztecs putting up 7 sending 12 men to the plate in the bottom of the fifth, and now leading the visiting Purdue Boilermakers out of Indiana 9-2 at the top of the sixth inning. Here a shot, a little bloop into left center field, lead off the inning for Sean McHugh against Bubba Derby, and we're off and running in the sixth inning of play. As a baseball brought to you by Miller Lite. Grab your friends, your IDs, and a designated driver. It's Miller time. Great beer, great friends, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 9-2 San Diego State. Bubba Derby, not to be overlooked in this game, has a career-high 8 strikeouts. A pop-up for Kyle Wood over towards short. And Potter makes the grab, and that's out number 1 here in the sixth. A career-high 8 strikeouts for Bubba Derby. Was allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of which was earned. And his Aztecs give him a 9-2 lead as Derby looks to 3-0 on the season. 1 away, runner on first. And Connor Hudnall takes low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 9-2 San Diego State out in front. The Aztecs with a 7-run inning. The 1-0 fouled off the left side. 1 ball and 1 strike. And all 7 of the runs, all 9 in the game, are going to be charged to Gavin Downs. The Purdue started the 1-1. Low blocked by Hanel 2-1. Though not all 9 of those runs are going to be earned. For Purdue, 9 runs against their starter Downs. The 2-1 from Derby outside. Balls and 1 strike. One away, runner on first. Derby home. Fly ball center field. Greg Allen. He'll make the catch. That's out number 2. Here in the sixth, Hudnall's retired, and here is Kyle Johnson, the center fielder. The Torrey Pines grad having a very nice series so far. Went 1 for 4 with a walk, a 2-run homer, and 2 runs scored in yesterday's loss for the Boilermakers. Tonight already with a single run scored tonight. He takes a fastball outside, 1-0. Runner on first, but 2 outs in this top of the sixth inning. Aztecs with a 9-2 lead. Purdue. Two away, the 1-0 pitch. In for a strike. 1-1. Piled up. Jack Picchiotti waiting next. Gets that far. For Purdue, the 1-1 pitch from Derby is a shot deep to left field. Zavala going back on it, and he'll make the over-the-shoulder grab with a warning track. Retire Johnson and the side. So a single, but nothing more. And we head to the bottom of the sixth tonight. San Diego State still on top, 9-2 over the Purdue Boilermakers. From Midfield Sports, this is ESPN Radio 1700. The sixth inning tonight, San Diego State all over Purdue 9-2. In the bottom half of the sixth inning, this follows a 7-run fifth for the Boilermakers. And already they're on their third pitcher of the evening. Tim McElroy, the sophomore from Illinois, will be on to pitch the sixth inning. Joe Eichmann eventually got what goes down as a scoreless inning of relief for Purdue, as all 9 runs go charged against Gavin Downs, the starter. And now it's Tim McElroy. Sophomore left-hander on to face Spencer Thornton for the Aztecs. He's got the biggest hit so far of the night. A 3-run triple as part of that 7-run inning for the Aztecs. Thornton is 2 for 3. A single, triple, 2 runs scored, 3 driven in, 6 high, 2 balls, no strikes. Aztecs leading at 9-2. Thornton, Brown, and Hanel do up for San Diego State, the 5, 6, and 7 batters for the Aztecs. McElroy in for a strike, 2-1. San Diego State off to that 13-4 start, which is the best in the Tony Quinn era. And the 2-1 pitch, high, 3-1. The Aztecs have not had a losing streak all year. Dropped their opener, 1-3. Dropped the opener to West Virginia, came back to win the series in 5 straight. Dropped the game to St. Mary's, and eventually took that series in favor. Same with the Nevada series. Fly ball to left, Thornton retired. Thornton out number 1. And here is Andrew Brown, the Aztecs freshman first baseman. Brown is 1 for 2, was hit by a pitch and scored, singled and struck out. And we're going to get a pitching change with 1 out here in the 6th. So, just 1 batter for Tim McElroy, the lefty, and we're going to a pitching change. So we'll take a break and come right back to Tony Quinn Stadium with a 9-2 lead for San Diego State over Purdue tonight on ESPN Radio 1700. San Diego State Baseball brought to you by Supercuts, a proud sponsor. Classic basketball and baseball. You can visit supercuts.com or you can call 1-800-SUPERCUTS for the San Diego location nearest you. We just had a pitching change. The 4th pitcher of the night for Purdue is freshman right-hander Adam Dressler out of Illinois, with a 21.60 ERA for Dressler. This will be his 3rd appearance. With 4 runs in his first inning and 2/3 of relief, and he starts Andrew Brown off with a strike. The Aztec first baseman standing in, 1 out. Nobody on in this bottom of the 6th inning, and the Aztecs are up 9-2 tonight. Outside of round 1-1. A 7-run 5th inning for San Diego State. And the Aztecs a 9-2 lead. Brown waiting for 1-1 pitch high outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Brad Engel, Tyler Atkinson, both waiting for the Aztecs. 9-2 lead. The 2-1 pitch. Brown takes it outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a called strike to go full with the count. 3-2 on Andrew Brown. The Aztecs leading 9 runs on 9 hits. Except a run frame. The payoff pitch fouled back. Three and 2. With 1 away and nobody on. Time is called. Payoff pitch, lets it down the line to foul for Brown. One away. Stands back in. Count is full. Dressler with the payoff pitch. Outside he walked. So Brown's been on base 3 times tonight. And here is Brad Engel, the Aztec catcher. 2 for 3 tonight. You know, with a double last night, now 2 singles tonight for San Diego State. First pitch he sees up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Engel came into tonight 3 for his last 37, but 2 for 3. Squall gave him alone. 1-0, fouled back. Scored a run last inning, part of the 7-run frame for the Aztecs. 1-1 now on Engel, the Aztec catcher. The 4th-year junior out of Rancho Bernardo High School. 9-2 San Diego State with the lead. Looking to go to 14-4 on the season, the Aztecs. 1 away, runner on first base. The 1-1 pitch. Low, the dirt gets by. Sean McHugh, so on to second goes Brown. Wild pitch moves the runner along. Engel will now be ahead. Balls and 1 strike. Away. Here it is, the 2-1 pitch. Lifted deep down the left field line. All the way down into the corner and out of here. Engel with his 2nd home run of the season. And he's broken out in a huge way tonight. A 2-run shot over the left field wall, the 340 line. And Engel has made it 11-2 San Diego State. High shot down the line. It just got over the wall at the 340 mark. But a 2-run home run for Brad Engel. That's 11-2 San Diego State. Bringing a pinch hitter in the number 8 spot in the order for the Aztecs. Cody Sauce, the junior catcher from El Cajon, is going to pinch hit Tyler Atkinson. The He'll be the DH, the number 8 spot in the order. Following the 2-run homer for Hanel up high. Still only one away in the 6th inning. One ball, one strike on Sauce. Dressler, and now a ground ball towards second. Up with it, Mullen. He'll throw to first. That's out number 2 here in the inning. And Evan Potter will stand in for the Aztecs. So Brad Hanel began the year with a home run in the opening series against San Jose State. Was named Mountain West Conference Player of the Week. Started out 4 for 11 in that series. 4 hits. The series opening win for the Aztecs. They had 2 out of 3 in the win column. Took the series to open the year in the conference season. Then it just gone 3 for 37 before tonight. Hanel has a home run, 2 singles, scored twice, drove in 2. Big night for the Aztecs veteran catcher. Now Potter swings away and fouls it off on the right side. One and 2. Potter swings away and misses, and that'll do it for the frame. So the Aztecs put up 2 more runs on the 2-run shot for Brad Hanel, and lead it 11-2 as we head to the top half of the 7th tonight. Right here from Learfield Sports on ESPN Radio 1700. The Aztecs with that 9-run lead. Derby on the other side of the ledger has a career-high 8 strikeouts for the Aztecs. And a swing and a miss here, 1 and 2. On Kyle up. Jack Picchiotti, the DH, and then Steve Maniago, the third baseman. Followed the 6, 7, and 8 batters. For Purdue in the 7th inning, the 1-2 pitch. A shot to center field. Greg Allen. A couple of steps over to his right, so make it grab. Number 1. You're in the 7th, so Derby should not be overlooked in all of the offensive success that the Aztecs have had. 2-run homer last inning for Brad Hanel. 7-run frame fifth, highlighted by the 3-run triple for Spencer Porter. Derby has been very good. 8 strikeouts high. Look. Ball, no strikes. On Picchiotti, was over 2. Just 4 hits, 2 runs, only one of which was earned for Derby. And the 1-0. Fastball up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. California Highway Patrol would like to give a shout out to all the real winners who kind of had a designated sober driver here tonight. For those who didn't, they encourage you to find a sober ride home. CHP up high, 3-0. On Big Yachty, the DH. One away. Here's the 3-0, and it's in for a strike. So the Aztecs tomorrow will have Mark Seiler on the hill, the 1 o'clock contest. Reigning Mountain West Conference pitcher of the week. Seiler in last Sunday's game against Nevada went 8 scoreless with 5 strikeouts. There's a walk issued to Picciotti. It's the 6th base runner of the game here in the top of the 7th for Purdue. We're going to have a pinch hitter in the number 8 spot in the order. Ed Snedeko is going to pinch hit for Steve Maniago in the number 8 spot. He swings away and misses here. 0-1. Snedeko behind 0-1. And Derby comes home. Another swing and a miss. 0-2. One away. Runner on first base. Now the 0-2 is a foul back to the net. Two with 1 away. Derby with the 0-2 pitch and a chopper toward third. France will take it on to second base for 1. The turn by Zier not going to be in time. Will actually get by Andrew Brown at first base. The leadoff runner is out. Safe on the fielder's choice is Snedeko. We have another pinch hitter in the number 9 spot now. It's a 9-run ball game. The Aztecs did 11-2, so no surprises here. Hayden Brandt, the freshman of Cathedral Catholic High School here in town. They get a chance to bat for the first time in this series. Some cheers out in the stands. 2 away. Brandt will stand in. It's only the 3rd at-bat of his career. He swings away and misses. 0-1. Brandt, the freshman from Solana Beach. People Catholic Dawn. Playing in his 4th game. This is his 3rd career at-bat. The 0-1 pitch. Dropping it for a strike from Bubba Derby, 0-2. 11-2, San Diego State out in front. We're on first base, 2 outs. The 0-2 and a chopper toward third, but foul. Remains 0-2 on Brandt, the San Diego native. There are 4 San Diego players on the roster. Mullen, who waits in the on-deck circle when Detroit lines, as did Kyle Johnson. Brandt out of Cathedral Catholic. Lewis out of Escondido High School. 2 away, the 0-2 pitch. Just missing the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fastball from Derby. 1-2 with 2 away here in the top of the 7th inning. Aztecs leading at 11-2. All over the world, a 7-run 5th inning, way outside from Derby. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 11-2 contest. There it is, Derby. The 2-2 pitch on the way, fouled back. Graham Gillett pretty good at bat. 2-2 with 2 away. At the top of the 7th, the Aztecs already put up 11 runs on 10 hits. All that damage in the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. Derby with the 2-2 on the way, outside the dirt, full count, 3-2. On Hayden Grant. Angel Catholic Dawn. Full count, 2 away. Runner on first base. Derby comes set. And the payoff pitch is a shot to left field. Coming in, Zavali has some weight. Let it fall in front of him. And it will be a single, the first career hit for Hayden Grant Cubs in his hometown of San Diego. Freshman out of Cathedral Catholic extends the inning. Runners now on first and second with 2 away. Then we go back to the top of the order, another San Diego native. Michael Mullen out of Torrey Pines will be the batter. He is 0 for 3. 0 for 6 on the season, and we are going to bullpen. So a pitching change here in the 7th. With 2 away, the night is over for Bubba Derby. 6 2/3. Very good innings for the Aztec starter, the sophomore right-hander. And we have a pitching change in the top of the 7th. After Derby strikes out a career-high 8. 11-2, San Diego State out in front on ESPN Radio 1700. tonight as we wrap up the 7th inning stretch and get the Aztecs back to the plate in the home half inning number 7. Jack Cronin back with you. ESPN Radio 1700. I'm Producers Taylor Wyman. And again, Purdue has gone to the bullpen. Their 5th pitcher of the evening is Eddie De La Riva, the sophomore from Illinois, who is their son of man. De La Riva with his 4th appearance of the season. He's getting some work in now at a 9-run ball game, and the Aztecs lead 11-2. Greg Allen is one who leads it off for the Aztecs in this home half of the 7th. Wild pitch there in base. Ball goes to the dirt, and it's by the catcher. 1-0. Aztec Baseball is brought to you by Cox Communications, proud sponsor of all Aztec athletics. Cox is your friend in the digital age. As well by U.S. Bank, proud sponsor of San Diego State basketball and baseball. You can stop by the U.S. Bank branch on campus today. FDIC. 1-0 to Allen is a chopper towards short. There we go as the early out in the 7th inning. 1 away. Now Tim Zier will be the batter for San Diego State. Zier takes a called strike 0-1. The Aztecs put up 2 runs in the 4th inning. A little RBI knocks for Tyler Atkinson and Evan Potter. Zier goes down the right field line. This is going to be a foul ball. 0-2. And then their big inning, the 5th inning, was put up 7 runs, highlighted by a Spencer Thornton, a 3 RBI triple. The Aztecs got a RBI on a walk, an RBI on a hit batsman that inning, got an RBI on a sac fly, an infield single. So we're just about everywhere you can. They have 7 runs, and then got a 2-run homer the very next frame from Brad Beagle as the catcher. 0-2 on Zier. La Riva comes home. It is outside. Ball 2 strikes. One, 2, chopper toward third base. Long throw, but it's in time to get Zier for out number 2. Now Ty France will be the batter for the Aztecs. Leading the Mountain West Conference in the Triple Crown categories. France tonight has an RBI single. He also reached on an error and scored. He and Sebi Zavala have been on base in every game so far this year. France takes it inside. Ball no strikes, hitting .448 on the season. Zavala, who's in the on-deck circle, reached on a fielder's choice and scored in that field. France fouls it off deep, flying foul ball. 1-1, 2 away. Gorgeous evening out on the Mesa, and temperatures were in the high 80s today in San Diego. And a full moon on the way tomorrow night to real clear, warm in Southern California. 1-1. France outside, 2-1. Zavala and Thornton waiting next, and a rocket shot up the middle. De La Riva has to dive out of the way. France has his 2nd hit of the ball game. 2-out base hit. Here is Zavala with 2 away. Zavala is hitting .306 on the year, but as we mentioned, extended his streak to a perfect 18 for 18, hitting on base. France at first. Ball takes low and a strike. 0-1 from De La Riva. fifth pitcher of the game for Purdue. 2 outs to the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Throw down to first base. Dive back in. Francis safe. 11-2. San Diego State out on top tonight. Second game of a 3-game set against Boilermakers of Purdue of Indiana. Big Ten. Low and outside. Go around and up. 1-2. Just 2 years ago, the Boilermakers won Big Ten. Hosted regional. They are now 1-11 coming into tonight. And the Aztecs lead it 11-2. The bottom of the 7th inning. 1-2 pitch, fouled back. Eleven runs on 11 hits for the Aztecs this evening. Put up 8 runs and 8 hits yesterday for the Aztecs. The opener against Purdue, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Zavala down on strikes. They'll do it for the 7th. And we move to the top half of the 8th inning. San Diego State out on top,